Welcome back to my channel. We discuss making money, saving money, investing money, and paying down debt and staying debt free and living our future good life. Live financial freedom. Today we're continuing our debt process, so paying off debt. Which last we discussed paying off the minimum payments first. At least pay the minimum payments on all your debts while we tackle the highest interest debt loans, or maybe you want to tackle the lowest interest debt. Either way is fine, but with me, I tend to go for the higher interest credit or high interest loan first. Then when you pay off the highest one first, it feels more of an accomplishment. You've taken care of the biggest debt you have, and I just move down the line to the next debt. So first step is always pay your minimum payment on all your debts, all your credit cards, all your debts. It's very important to pay off at least the minimum payment, because if you miss a minimum payment, then you go into forbearance and arrears, and then next your credit is shot. You're gonna need your credit in the future. So important to pay off at least your minimum payment on all your debts. And also if you have a lump sum, if you're making you get a tax return, or you get a bonus from work, throw that lump sum on your highest interest credit card or loan. Pay that off first. Don't even think of the loan. Don't think of that as a lump sum, as money you've made, or you go buy new clothes, new shoes, go spend the money. No, think of it as a fast way of paying off your debt. Once you get debt free, there's no greater feeling than there's a couple of greater feelings, but it's one of the best feelings. That when you get paid at the end of the week, most of the money you make is still your money. You don't have to pay somebody else first. And they charge you high interest, 19% interest. Some credit cards charge you like over 25% interest. So you gotta pay down those debts, stay debt free. That's the main thing. That to stay debt free. After this pandemic's over, interest rates are gonna rise. They have to rise. Governments don't make money off zero interest rates. Companies, credit card companies will make money no matter what, because people have to spend money, so they know that they don't have to lower their rates. Their rates will never get lower. But banks right now, almost 0% interest in banks. You got mortgages 2%, almost zero on mortgages. But once this pandemic's over and the economy starts rolling again, interest rates will rise, and people who have home equity line of credits on their homes, those are gonna rise. So if you take a home equity HELOC on your home, most people don't realize that when you take a HELOC out of your home equity line of credit on your home, the bank will put your house on lien. So now, no matter what happens, if you lose the house, sell the house, the bank will get the money back from you. So that's what they don't care to give you those high, $20,000, $40,000. Right now I get letters in the mail from my bank saying, "Oh, take a vacation, renovate your house. Take $20,000 from your house." Their job is to always keep you in debt. Their job isn't to get you out of debt. Banks and credit card companies and most lending institutions don't like it when you don't have debt. When you have debt, then you're into servitude. It means you become their slave now. You're working for them. And they love it when you only pay the minimum payment and pay that forever. They don't want you to ever pay down credit card debt. They never ever want you to have a zero balance. Same with your mortgage. You own a house. Banks, they never want you to pay off that mortgage too quick. So when you pay off anything too quick, that's less money for them. More savings for you, but less money for them. They're in the business of making money. So that's why they always offer you those sales. You see those sales. Don't pay for a year. Those are the worst things you can ever do, because they're hoping you don't pay for a year. Because what people don't realize is after a year is up, and it's time to pay the full balance now. If you don't have the full balance now, they're gonna charge you interest from the day you bought it to this day. So most people will be able to pay it off at the end of a year, but they know majority of people won't be able to pay it off. Somebody loses a job, somebody forgets about it because it's a whole year. They forget all about it. Next, they get a letter in the mail saying, "Oh, you gotta pay your furniture tomorrow. You owe us $20,000. You don't have $20,000 to pay it out tomorrow. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go call them up, and they say, don't worry. You can make monthly payments on it. But we're gonna charge you 20%. You have no choice. You already signed the contract. So avoid those. pay later loans. If you don't have the money now to pay for it, don't pay for it. You know. Next one is pay on your loan faster. You know, get a side hustle, get a part-time job. In my day, they call it a part-time job, and nowadays it's called a side hustle. You know, there's a lot of things you can do to make extra money to pay down your debt faster. You know, you have to sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. You can't. Most people don't want to sacrifice here. They want everything now. They want everything their way. They want, you know, they want a 9 to 5 job. They want to just go home and relax. You know, those days are no longer for some of us. So there's a lot of side hustle, a lot of side hustle job you can get. You can Uber driving. You know, if you like pets, you can do dog walking. I know a lot of dog walkers make good money just walking dogs. You know, you can do tutoring. You know, you can do online tutoring around the world. You can teach English. You can teach, you know, students around the whole world. So if you have, you know, if you got any kind of special training or skill or any kind of you know, things you like to do, you can, people pay you for that stuff. You know, tutoring, proofreading. You can, people pay you for proofreading. These are just some examples. Freelancing. You know, like again, you can teach English. You know, you can graphic design, photography, personal training, online personal training. You know, nothing's really in person anymore. You know, you can, a lot of things you can do. You can start a YouTube channel, you know, to make passive income. But these are all things you can do. Some examples you can do to make money. You know, when I was in debt and, you know, divorced and paying child support and all that stuff, and I had no money. I worked every weekend. I didn't see my kids plus my regular job. I'll do what I could. You know, within 2 or 3 years, I was debt free. I was able to save for a house. The house I'm living in right now. In 5 years, I'll be mortgage free. So yeah, if you want things, then you gotta sacrifice. You know, you gotta make changes to your daily lifestyle. You gotta, you know, cut out the coffees, the lattes, cut out the frivolous spending. You know, the shopping for stuff you don't need. You don't need new shoes if you already have shoes. You know, my wife bought me 4 pairs of shoes about 3 years ago, and I haven't worn all the shoes yet. I still got shoes, a couple pairs still in the box. I haven't worn them yet. So usually when I wear shoes, I wear them down to, like, you know, they need to be changed. No holes or nothing like that, but, you know, I wear shoes for a good long time. My clothes last me a good long time. We don't buy cheap clothes, like, we don't buy cheap clothes, but we don't buy clothes that are, you know, like, are, you know, too expensive. Clothes, we buy good quality clothes that will last a long time. We don't buy cheap stuff. If you buy cheap stuff, they won't last. You buy good quality stuff, they last a lot longer, and then it allows you to spend less money. You know, so you buy good shoes, good pants, good, when we buy clothes, we buy good prices. You know, we shop around. You know, we go to outlet stores. Sometimes we go to a Value Village. It's like a, you know, what's it call it? You call that a you can't ever call it Value Village, but it's like a secondhand store. People donate things to these stores, and they sell it back for profit. But, you know, you go in there, you can find, you know, my wife goes and she finds, you know, like suede. If you know what you're looking for, you find a lot of good quality Armani's, Coach, and if you know what you're looking for, and you go early at certain stores in certain affluent areas, because, you know, rich people like to give away their clothes and buy new clothes, so they got the funds to do that. So you just go into these Value Villages, you go in there early, you know what you're looking for, you can do it pretty good. I know people who go to Value Village, and they have boutiques. They go there, buy it for like a suede jacket for like $50 and sell it back in the store for $300. So there's a lot of things you can make money. You can go to these Value Villages, buy these clothes, sell them online. You know, people will pay you top dollars for even though it's secondhand clothing, pay you top dollar for these clothes. You know, shoes, you know, jackets, women's dresses, women's handbags. You make a killing. You survive how much money you can make from going to like a secondhand thrifty store, buying these things at dirt cheap prices and reselling it back online. You know, that can be like even a job, career choice. You know, so you gotta cut back on the change your lifestyle, cut back on the frivolous spending, cut back on the coffees. You know, make your own coffee if you need to. You bought a Nespresso coffee maker there. It goes for about $400, top of the line. You bought it from a guy for $100, and even deliver it to your front door. You know, so when people need money, they sell everything. So we got a top of the line Nespresso coffee maker sitting right there, makes great coffee, lattes, everything. You know, so you got, you know, So when you buy things, you don't need to buy things at their regular price. Shop around, save money. There's a lot of apps out there that you can buy secondhand stuff, and don't just because it's a secondhand store, secondhand app. Majority of stuff in there are brand new. Like my glasses here, these are Versace glasses. Go for about $400. I got them online for $100. Somebody was selling them a couple years ago before the pandemic. In the case, everything brand new. That's it. I didn't need it at the time, but a couple years later, I needed some new glasses. I got my Versace. Go to work. People say, "Hey, nice. I love your glasses. What are they? Oh, they're Versace." Yeah, they think I paid they think I paid hundreds of dollars for it. Didn't not knowing I paid $100 for it. Because right now I'm looking for a scooter. I'm looking for an electric scooter right now. Online, they're online right now, going pretty cheap. So, and that's what I'm saying. If you want to work, save, and invest your money, investing doesn't just mean buying stocks and buying stuff like that. Investing also, anytime you spend your money, you're investing. You buy the glasses like this for $100, that's investing. An espresso coffee maker, you're investing. If you buy something if you buy something that's good quality at a well below market value, that's a smart investing on anything. So you save money from your, glasses, Nespresso, the scooter I'm gonna get soon. So the key is to when you spend your money, spend it wisely. Don't, shop around, look for the cheapest way you can find money. So and save money. So that's it for now. You take care, and God bless, and see you next time.